It is Thursday, and that means it is time for our opinions. Usually Lane Whitaker and Mike Wallace's opinion, but they are out and about in other parts of the country. So I'm John Roser, filling in for one of them. And Devin Walker is with me, filling in for the other. Yes. And this is our opinion today. Devin, NBA.com released their all-decade team, and it went as follows. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, and James Harden. If you look at what those guys have accomplished from 2010 up until now, it's, it's
a pretty good team. It's pretty good team.
I mean, you've got multiple championships from guys. You've got MVPs from guys.
All NBA teams.
You've got all NBA teams. You've got the All-Star appearances. It's a great list. But if you're going to have a beef with it, if you're going to move someone down off that first team, move someone up to the first team, who do you like?
First of all, I'll say this. My problem with the list, I feel like there's some recency bias with it because we know Kawhi just won a championship, but I believe that's why Kawhi's on the first team. So if I were to move one guy down, as much as I love Kawhi Leonard, he would be the guy. I would move him from the first team to maybe the second team or the third team and put Kobe Bryant, swallow my pride, up to the first team.
I saw a lot of beef yesterday on Twitter about that. The Kobe stands, they come out, man, and I used to be one of them. Kawhi,
you used to be?
Yeah, I mean, but I get the guy's incredible. It was the end of his career. You look at what their record was. From 2010 to the time he retired. I mean, they did not have an amazing record with Kobe Bryant playing.
He's still a great player.
So, right. No, he's still an amazing player. He's one of the, 15, 20 best players to ever play the game. Kawhi's my favorite player in the league. You know this. We've talked about it a ton. He's my best friend.
Best friends.
He's my best friend. Right. He's one of my best friends. Here's someone that I don't think got enough love. And I cannot believe I'm saying this.
Uh-oh.
Chris Paul. If you look at Chris Paul, you look at what Chris Paul has accomplished since 2010, 7-time All-Star, 2013 All-Star Game MVP, 3-time first-team All-NBA, 2-time second-team All-NBA, a third-team All-NBA, 4 times leading the league in steals, 2 times leading the league in assists, 6-time first-team All-Defense.
Wow.
Chris Paul. Since 2010. I think we forget about it because, as you said, there's recency bias here.
Yes.
And you can tell Chris Paul, while still a really good player, is getting on the downside of his career, whereas Kawhi Leonard, what does propel Kawhi up there is, look.
2 Finals MVPs.
2 Finals MVPs, and ultimately we live in a day and age, as, I think they should, championships trump everything, but you got to remember when he won that Finals MVP. Yes, he was the best player in that finals for the San Antonio Spurs. But if you look at the whole season throughout the playoffs, it's Tim Duncan, it's Tony Parker, it's Manu Ginobili. There's Danny Green who's hitting 18 threes in a finals game or whatever it was. So
I have another name for you though that I feel like got left off the list, and I love watching him play as a kid. So him going into the 2000s was fun. Dirk Nowitzki. I think Dirk got left off.
He's got a championship too. He's got a Finals MVP. I'll tell you another one. I can't believe I'm saying it too, but if you look at what he's done, is Russell Westbrook. The dude, the numbers are off the charts. He's got the All-Star Game appearances. What that guy has done, and people thinking the Thunder weren't going to be anything without KD. And he was kind of able to hold the ship together, kept them a playoff team, averaged a triple-double, won an MVP, obviously now in Houston with James Harden. But that's what we would do. You'd put Kobe Bryant up there. I'd move Chris Paul up to the first team. That is our opinion. This was IMHO.